Hi there. The moment we've all been waiting for is upon us. Now, this is a proud moment for all ceiling crashers, go-getters, dream chasers, and many more within Nigeria's new tribe, who are more than 77 and have gone on to defy all odds to change the face of Nigeria with their excellent works. I'm Francis Sule.
And my name is Anita Adetoye, and we are the hosts for the unveiling of Africa's biggest youth awards, the Future Awards Africa 2019.
We are gathered here from across the country and continent to celebrate the charismatic young individuals who will be nominated in 21 categories in the 14th edition of the Future Awards Africa.
Nigeria's new tribe is defined by its unwavering belief in the power of innovation and hard work, and in the power of empathy and social good. The soon-to-be unveiled nominees note that they're not too young to run, and the power of their voice in the community, in the country, and all around the continent.
Yes, Anita, for 13 years we've seen the power of unwavering belief, and we can tell you it never gets old. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to join us in celebrating Nigeria's new tribe. 105 outstanding nominees, all winners. The Future Awards class of 2019, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the future!
The awards celebrate young people between the ages of 18 and 31 who have had outstanding achievements in their various fields in the year under consideration. It has since been recognized by Forbes and is described as Nigeria's most important award for outstanding young Nigerians.
Conceived by Chude Jijonwo and Adebola Williams.
So Anita, in 2017, you won the Future Award Prize for Beauty.
Oh, yes.
Tell us about that experience.
It was an amazing experience.
I'm sure.
Right down to now, I still watch the videos. It was an amazing feeling, and the Future Awards family just made me feel like family before the awards and after the awards. So yes, I loved it.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, God will do my own for me.
He's
Anita
doing
Browse
it.
is not our mate.
Drop mic. Hey. My name is Anita Browse Adetoye.
And I'm Francis Sule.
And we're still your hosts for the unveiling of the Future Awards Africa 2019.
Please remember to use the hashtags TFAA2019
and the hashtag Nigeria's New Tribe.
To help us unveil the next set of nominees is the Executive Vice Chair of the Future Projects, Mr. Olumide Makonjola.
Hi, how are you?
Very well,
So tell
thank
me,
you.
how tasking is it to be the Vice Chair, selecting a nominee, even going through all of that list?
I mean, the good thing with that is I don't have to do all of that myself. You know, there's a title of the vice chair, but there's also a team of people and a group of people that do all the work together with the organization.
Right, okay. But the thing is, I'm sure a lot of people want to know about the process. Like, when people send you all of that nomination,
right?
Yeah, like, how do you then select, no, this is the person I want? Is there like a committee? What is it? What is the process?
So we announce, first of all, the beginning of the process starts with announcing the award for the year. And then, you know, once we announce the award for the year, we do call for nomination. The call for nomination is available for about 6 to 8 weeks throughout that period. And then we collect nomination online through our website. We advise as much as young people who know other young people doing great things to nominate each other,
as well.
Yeah.
you know, or get people to nominate them, you know, regardless of wherever you are across Nigeria. Because it's not just about Lagos,
Of
it's
course.
about across Nigeria. And then we have the team in-house, you know, do a shortlist that is then sent to the Central Working Committee, which include a lot of young people in different sectors, in, you know, film, banking, legal profession, you know, health. They do a lot of review around the shortlisted nominees. And sometimes this shortlisted nominee can go up to about 500.
Wow.
Yeah, depending. I mean, this year we've received over 2,000 nominations per category.
What?
Fantastic.
Yes. So it means I mean, you can imagine us having over 2,000 nominations for acting,
Yeah.
fashion, per each category actually.
Oh, wow.
And what we've done is to work with the Central Working Committee to review the list and provide a short list of, you know, nomination. And then that list is sent to the Independent Audit Committee, which is another set of young people, you know, away from the Central Working Committee.
That's so
And they review, and the Independent Audit Committee then do a short list that goes to the judge, which is another set of young people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So if you think you have a friend in Central Working Committee that will help you, you will not have a friend in the Independent Audit
Because I
Committee.
was about to ask, what's the primary task of the
Yeah.
Central Working Committee?
Yeah.
So the Central Working Committee does a first review
Okay.
of all the nomination that is received. I mean, they look at the different category, and you know, the committee is divided into different category of the award. So you could have like 2 group looking at 4 category of the award.
Oh, wow.
And they look at the different areas, you know, what people are doing, why people been nominated, how far is their work gone. By the time it's getting to the Independent Audit Committee, it has gone through a lot of review.
And That's another level.
That's another level on its own. And, that level is at the independent, the independent audit committee is actually very quite important, because that's the part that determines whether you get to the judging level or not.
So it's very vigorous. It's airtight, yet so transparent. So there's no one that can say, oh, somebody in the ministry.
I know someone inside.
Yeah, it
That's my
doesn't make
life.
sense.
I mean, so one of the bizarre things is that there is no how, once you win the award, it's a way to say to yourself that you actually deserve it. So it's not because you know somebody or you know somebody who knows somebody, and I think, and I always like to say this every year, that I think I'm a testimony. I was nominated twice, but I never got the award.
So what I'm going to do when I get home is I'm going to get my future awards
And then
I'll put it in front of my door. I said, guys,
I deserve this.
you need to understand. I'll do throwback posts.
Important.
So, as you said, I know you have a lot of nominations across the country. What advice would you give to anyone that's hoping to win or that wants to win the future awards? What would you tell them?
I think for me, it's not about hoping to win or wanting to win. I think it's about just wanting to do what you do best. And what you do best gets you, recognition, whether at Future Award or not Future Award or any other award. But the most important message is to young people is continue to do what you do best, and then ensure that what you do is not actually what you want to do.
Okay.
And be happy with what you do.
Okay.
And one day you get there.
Fantastic. So any advice to the winners? What's a follow-up after the win?
I think the follow-up is usually once you win an award, there's a lot of pressure that comes with doing well. I think the reality is do better than you were doing before you won the award.
So I'm going to ask you, because you have back-end gist. What is how did you select this year's nominees? Like, what was special about them? Don't tell me them.
Shortlisted the final.
How did you shortlist them?
I think the interesting thing with Nigeria is, despite all the dramas, that we read on Twitter, on Instablog, on Instagram, everywhere, there are really great people doing great work across Nigeria. Right. And I think that, having been part of the process, is always very hard to select, to decide who should come first, who should go first, how is this person's work. But this year, we look really quite beyond just the usual suspect or the usual things that happen within Nigeria. I mean, we've got people from Zamfara, from Bayelsa, and that's what we've been known for year in, year out. We're not looking for superstar already. We're looking for people who are doing great work, and that is the yardstick which people were shortlisted this year.
And I feel like that's what Future Awards should be about.
Yep, and that's what this is about.
Giving hope for the future.
Yep.
Fantastic, great stuff.
So, Mr. Olumide, please help us announce the next set of categories. And
thank you. The nominees for the Future Award Africa Prize for acting are the nominees for the Future Award Africa Prize for fashion are The nominees for the Future Award Africa Prize for Professional Service are The nominees for the Future Award Africa Prize for Music are
Thank you so much, Olumide, for joining us.
Thank you.
always a pleasure.
I think it's so exciting to see the incredible work young Nigerians are accomplishing, right?
Definitely. I currently think the future, in fact, I've always been thinking the future is bright, and please, I need sunglasses. Sunglasses?
Please make that too.
Sunglasses, please, somebody.
Don't go anywhere. Join us after the break. We'll be joined by an alumnus of Future Awards Africa to unveil the next categories.
Yes, wait.
There has never been such a time as this where so much power lies in the hands of the youth. For too long, the youth have been disenfranchised and shortchanged, being offered breadcrumbs when they're supposed to own the bakery. Now, the new tribe of youth is more conscious of the power that they have. They are redefining the narratives in all sectors and institutions, both private and public. The new tribe won't take no for an answer. They won't stop at just tweeting. They are shaking tables and breaking barriers. I belong to the new tribe. I am Nigeria's new tribe.
The future has come.
Who is the new tribe? The new tribe is the trailblazer. It's the doer, the unpredictable one, the one who decides to do something with their lives, the one who says, no matter how young I am, I deserve a place right here. I belong here. I am the new tribe.
The future has come.
Welcome back, and thank you to our past winners for sharing their encouraging stories with us.
Please make welcome the 2016 Future Awards Africa winner for on-air personality, Bolanle Olukoni.
Hi.
Hi, Bonale.
How you
Thank you
guys
so
do-
much for joining
Of
us.
course. Thank you for having me.
So, how excited are you about the Future Awards Africa 2019?
I'm always excited about Future Awards Africa because it's such an amazing platform. I know that in so many ways, it really gives people in different industries the opportunity to be honored. And we're talking about the youth, we're talking about young people. I've been part of this whole experience in one way or another for the last 3 years, and I'm really pleased to see how much it's grown since the last year. Last year I hosted, and this year I feel like it's even more of a spotlight on what it is that young people are doing, and I'm excited to be part of that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
speaking on young people, how do you think young people are making any efforts to change their narratives?
I think it's there's never going to be one, group of people who are doing all the same thing. I think when you think about the youth of Nigeria, when you think about young people, there's so many people who are doing so much good, but then there's also the issue where bad news sells fast, you know? So that's why it's important to have the Future Awards Africa, because we need to make sure the people who are silent but deadly in terms of making an impact in their industries, they need to be celebrated. And I feel like that is what is happening right here.
Yeah, and I feel like that deserves a clap.
Yeah.
We need to
Fantastic.
celebrate them. So.
Okay, so while we still have you, because I know you need
Yes.
to run, right? Can you please help us announce the next category of nominees?
The nominees for the Future Awards Africa Prize for Community Action are The nominees for the Future Awards Africa Prize for Sports are The nominees for the Future Awards Africa Prize for Business are The nominees for the Future Awards Africa for on-air personality, TV or radio are
young men, no connections, no money, no backing, just an idea. That the youth mattered and had a part to play. That the future leaders of tomorrow should now be present leaders of today. And even if nobody gave them the chance, they still had to make their voice heard. Their words count for something, for the good of society. Let's prove them wrong, these young men thought. Let's prove that our generation is not a wasted one.
Myself and my friends at that time, we came across a lot of young people who were seemingly hopeless and helpless in Nigeria. And at the same time, we also came across a few of those kind of young people who were, despite all the challenges in Nigeria, were making some bit of successes, in different fields.
And so they began the journey to make Africa's future count through empowerment, engagement, and recognition. In 2006, with nothing but an idea, the Future Awards was born. 2007, and the dynamic team delivered with an even better show. 2008, the youth were making waves and the world was finally sitting up, paying attention to the Future Awards campaign. 2009 was MI's year. He made his first major appearance on stage. 2010, the electrifying acts and performances of the night made the 2010 edition a show to remember, and the unpopular like Tolu Shongo Sonya took home the awards.
My first well-known award. The other people in my category had more of thousands of people they've influenced, and all they wrote about me was Tolusho Nkusoya teaches children of the Dustbin Estate how to read and write, 75 of them.
2011, everybody that mattered stormed the landmark village and a new standard was created. 2012, the president's photographer, Bayo Omoboriowo, was honored with the award just few years after he had walked into the Future Project Office for photography training. 2013, the Future Awards continues to unearth youthful talents and share their stories to a global audience.
I worked in a bank, but the only time I realized that I was going to resign from the bank was when I won the Future Awards. I looked at, I knew that, oh, this thing makes sense, this thing looks big.
The awards hit the continent, and the whole continent embraced it. 2014 was another night of splendor and inspiration. Best of African youth converged as a unit. They pushed the Stop Ebola campaign.
We are the future. We are the dream. We are the nation. We are part of this. Yes, we are so amazing. That's the least we shall be. At the heart of the nation, changing history. How can they say that we are finished? We have just begun when we have nowhere else to.
Thank you so much, Bolanle, for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I have to say congratulations to all of the people that have been nominated. It really is an exciting time, and wishing everyone the best of luck. Thank you for showing that there truly is a new tribe in Nigeria.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
Thank you. That was so sweet.
Nice having you.
Thanks, Anita.
See you on the 24th?
Yes,
Okay.
I will be there. Ready.
All right, thank you. If you're on social media, that is Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, please use the hashtag TFAA2019 and Nigeria's New Tribe and share your thoughts with us.
And make sure to mention at TFA Africa on all social media platforms. Welcome back to the show. We had an amazing time with the alumni, and the unveiling still continues.
Oh yeah, so joining us here is Vanessa Ongalu. She's a friend of mine. She's an alumnus for the Future Awards Prize for Beauty 2017. And we're in the same category, right? Yeah. Right. Both winners.
Again.
Yes.
Again. No, it's fine.
Oh, Francis.
God will do, man.
Francis.
Soon.
Yes, soon.
Okay. So before we unveil the next set of nominees, Vanessa, please tell us one thing you think nominees should take home after this award.
First of all, just like Francis said, I believe that all nominees are winners.
Of course.
And one thing I would definitely say the Future Awards opened for me was like more opportunities, more international opportunities, more opportunities to, I personally like speaking to children, speaking to younger ones that are looking to build their careers. So I got a lot of those opportunities, and it's a stepping stone. So whether you're a nominee or whether you're a winner, it is a stepping stone all around for future possibilities to come.
I agree, because being a recipient has definitely opened so many doors for me. So yeah, fantastic.
Thank you, Vanessa. Can you please help us announce the next set of nominees?
The nominees for the Future Awards Africa Prize for Arts are The nominees for the Future Awards Africa Prize for Screen Producing are The nominees for the Future Awards Africa Prize for Education are The nominees for the Future Awards Africa Prize for Advocacy are
Thank you, Vanessa, for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Francis.
You're welcome.
Congratulations to all our nominees. We have a few more categories to unveil, so stick around.
Growing up, I liked to fix anything that was broken, from transistor radios to TVs and even cars. It's a great feeling to see something that was once broken work again. Much of what I do today stems from the desire to fix things. I don't just wake up every morning looking for what to take or consume. I'm always looking for opportunities to create and give back. I work with many young folks across the country who, like me, are interested in preferring solutions. I owe it to my generation and those coming after me to create platforms and solutions that will serve as a launchpad for them to achieve their dreams. I am Nigeria's new tribe. I am a pace setter and a nation builder.
The future has come.
The new tribe of Nigerian youth is dynamic. They're quick to invent and innovate as they adopt and adapt to global changes. The new tribe is not stuck in the old narratives, old conventions, old mindsets. They're birthing new ideas, new business ventures, and new systems in banking, in commerce, in media and entertainment, in governance, and many more sectors and industries. I can't imagine Nigeria without the contributions of the new tribe. They're overhauling old systems and replacing them with the new. I'm proud to be Nigeria's new tribe.
The future has come.
I'm so loving the nominees unveiled this year.
Famza.
No, really, I'm not fancy, no. I'm just really inspired that Nigerians are doing great work, you know.
Well, I am too. But there's so many talents to celebrate, and I'm so excited to see all the nominees. So let's get into it.
Good, let's relax. We have a friend in the house.
Oh.
You know, and he was also a past winner of the Future Awards Africa, here to unveil with us.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome John Obidi. I know you are also a past Future Awards recipient for New Media 2018.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
Yes, but there's actually a backstory to that. I was nominated first in 2013. Now, what many don't know is that I started experimenting with New Media in January 2013. And so I wasn't sure if it was going to be a career for me at the time. I was a programmer, web developer. And when I was nominated, I was actually shocked. I didn't know how my work was discovered there. But coming all the way from Benin, where I was based at the time, to Lagos for the nominee reception dinner, was where I realized that, you know what, this is my life now. So I decided there and then to make it a career. And ever since, I took it really seriously. And today, my work has been recognized. I've been consulted in Brazil, Zambia, Ghana, and all over Nigeria, of course. And so winning it last year, in 2018, was like a crowning honor for my achievement. So I really appreciate that. But I think that the nomination in 2013, even though I did not win, was the foundation of most of the things I achieved in the space.
Right.
That's really inspiring. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Okay. So kindly say a few words to our new tribes out there.
So I'll just keep it brief. The work you do matters. Keep up the good work.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Simple and short.
Yes. So John, help us to unveil our next set of nominees.
Okay. The nominees for the Future Awards Africa Prize for Photography are The nominees for the Future Awards Africa Prize for Journalism are The nominees for the Future Awards Africa Prize for Technology are The nominees for the Future Awards Africa Prize for Media are
Thank you very much, John, for unveiling the nominees.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
So we have more nominees to unveil, but before that, let's see what the past winners have to say about winning the awards.
Well, for me, winning the Future Awards African it means a lot to me because, as you know, I've been to different awards and most of them are the music awards, but when it comes to the Future Awards, it's something different. Like there's a musician, there's a football player, there's entrepreneurs, there's different people. I mean, the whole Africa is in this award. So for me, being one of the winner, like it means a lot to me. Even apart from being a winner, but even being nominated to that award, it means a lot to me.
Winning the Future Awards Africa for Creative Artist of the Year in 2011 meant a lot to me. It opened up doors that I never thought would be opened. It was a prestigious award that's very respectful within my peers and those above us. The award inspired me to do more because it made me realize that people were actually watching and people were getting inspired by what I did, especially from a lot of comments and phone calls and text messages that I received after winning the award.
So in 2013, I was nominated for the Future Awards under the category of advocacy and activism. And I was very sure that I was going to win, but I didn't. Obviously, everyone in the category was just a high flyer. They had done so well in their communities across different countries, you know, in this continent. So being nominated alone was a huge honor, and I was very grateful for that. In 2014, I was nominated again, but under the category of community action, which resonates very well with the work that I've done over the years in Nigeria. And I remember sitting on that chair at this huge, big hall in Lagos, and they announced the nominees. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to win. This is not even a matter of I'm trying to make it look very sweet or anything. I actually didn't think I was going to win because everyone in that category again was just phenomenal. But they called me and they said I won, so I was elated, filled with joy. I didn't prepare any speech or talk. I just said thank you very much to Future Awards, thank you very much Red, thank you very much everyone for nominating me. And But more importantly, I think winning the award was a pat on my back. It was like telling me, well done. The work you're doing is recognized. The work you're doing is valuable. The work you're doing is appreciated. It was also a motivator for me because it gingered me to do a lot more than I did in the past.
On to the next nominee.
Relax. I need to call out the caller.
What? Call out the caller?
Yeah, the person that's going to be like, the nominees for the next... Ladies and gentlemen, joining us to unveil the next set of nominees is Adetola Adeleke, the 2017 The Future Awards Africa Prize winner in agriculture.
Welcome, Adetola.
Hello, thanks for having me.
You're indeed one of the leaders for leading change in Nigeria.
Well, I'd like to think so.
Okay, so tell us about harnessing agriculture in Nigeria right now.
Okay, well, I think agriculture seems to be like the in thing now, and I believe when people think of agriculture, they kind of tend to think of food, but there's a lot more to agriculture than food. And now that we're trying to industrialize Nigeria and move it up from a third world country to a developed nation, agricultural byproducts, are key to that. So I think a lot can be done in that space.
Makes a lot of sense. I agree.
I don't think what I'm saying.
What are they doing?
Farming.
Morning. You like Kogo.
So tell us, can I go into farming?
Well, you can, but not if you want quick money. It's a slow and steady thing.
She wants quick money, I can tell you that much.
I don't want quick money.
Are you sure? So my question for you is, how can young people be more involved with public service?
Well, for me, my opinion is that, everybody needs to just take personal responsibility. I think we tend to think that it's somebody else's business. Yeah. And after all, we want a better future and we are the future. So we have to kind of take our future into our own hands. So whatever it is that you can do in your corner, be it advocacy, be it writing articles, gathering people. So I think we should just start to act and let's talk.
Solid answer. Yeah. So please, can you help us unveil the next set of nominees?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The nominees for the Future Awards Africa Prize for Agriculture are... The nominees for the Future Awards Africa Prize for Literature are...
Congratulations to the nominees and thank you so much, Adetola. But before you go, do you know my name is Adetola as well?
Yes, I do. I found out during the Nominees Unveiling in 2017.
And we have a picture together, right?
Yes, we do.
Francis, where's your picture?
It's fine.
No, we can Photoshop him into the picture.
No, wow. 2017, 2018, 2019.
The internet never forgets.
Yeah, but Francis, don't worry, I'll allow you this time around.
I'm feeling left out, but it's
fine.
No!
Thank you, Adetola. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining
Thanks
us.
for having me.
As a people with one song, with one voice, we're a nation undivided and poised. We will take a stand and build our land in faith to defend what is ours. Here we are as a people with one heart for one cause. We're determined to rebuild and restore. Where freedom reigns and truth prevails. Our land where there's hope for us all. Our land where there's hope for us all. We'll defend our land. We believe in this nation, and we know we'll get there. We'll defend our land. We believe in Nigeria and the promise she holds, and that one day we'll shine like the sun. We're a great nation.
Every project has an Oga at the top. You know, someone who calls the shots and gives directions to team members. We have here in the studio the Oga Batakbata of the Future Awards Africa, Bukola Adebakin.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the great work so far.
Thank you.
So we were expecting the awards in other countries when you decided to focus in Nigeria. Can we still expect that promise?
Yes, we had the Future Awards Africa, Ghana's new tribe, early in the year for the 2018 edition. We released the list to the public, and then we are hoping to do more going into Kenya, and then also for 2020 as well.
Oh, nice.
Fabulous. So what should Nigerians expect from the award this year? This is the 14th edition?
Yes.
What should they expect?
A lot. We have a lot lined up for our guests and our viewers online. A lot to be expected this year. First is the surprise host. Aside the nominees, we have very, very amazing nominees lined up this year across the 21 categories. And then also we have two surprise hosts who will be joining Timise and Kafi this year performances.
Can we know?
No, it's a surprise.
Can you tell me?
No. Okay, so then the performances and a lot lined up for this year. Yeah.
Fantastic. So can you please do us the honor and unveil the biggest category of the night?
I think it deserves a drum roll.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm so loud.
Okay. Thank you. The nominees for the Future Awards Africa Prize for Young Person of the Year 2019 are
Thank you so much, Bukola, for joining us. It was
Thank you
a
for
pleasure
having me.
Thank you. I don't want this to end.
I know, right? So a big thank you to all of our viewers for joining in, and congratulations to all of the nominees.
And also, do remember that the winner for the Community Action category is decided by the public. So to cast your vote, please log on to awards.thefutureafrica.com/vote.
Set a reminder to be part of the Future Awards Africa come November 24th, 2019 for the crowning of Nigeria's new tribe. You can also read the profiles of all the nominees at awards.thefutureafrica.com/vote. Also, please remember to use the hashtags TFAA2019 and Nigeria's new tribe.
And on that high note of inspiration and a call for you to join those taking action for self and country, my name is Anita Browse.
And they call me Francis Sule.
Bye-bye.
Let us switch things up a bit. Yes.
Ge.
Drop it.
Ge.
Lay it on them.
Ge.
The paso.
Ge.
Are they ready?
You have to give them.
For them to what?
For them to
take it. You know? And say it's your line.
It's not my line.